16 says, a science teacher bought 8 packs of batteries for a class experiment on electricity. She had 32 students in her science class. If there were 96 batteries in each pack, how many batteries did she buy? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles. Be sure to use the correct place value. Okay, here's my question mark. If I go backwards, there's my question word. How many batteries did she buy? What are they focusing on? What are they looking for? How many batteries? So that's what I need to focus on. I need to focus on batteries. That's what's important to me. A science teacher bought 8 packs of batteries. Okay, about batteries, that's important to me. For a class experiment on electricity. She had 32 students in her science class. Is my question asking me about students? Violet? No. So I don't need to know how many students she had. If there were 96 batteries in each pack. Batteries again, this is important to me. And they use the word each. What are those two operations when they say each, every, per, equal amount, even amount? Kylie. Multiplication and division. So they're already telling me this is what you should start thinking about. These are the operations you should be thinking of using. Do you have a question, Jadine? Okay. So let's see. I know that she's buying batteries. So this is 1 pack. They told us that in 1 pack, there are 96 batteries. But the teacher didn't just buy 1 pack. She went and bought more and more and more. She bought 8 packs of batteries. So if the teacher goes to the store and they're buying 1 pack and then 2 packs and then 3 and then 4 and then 5, are they going to have more and more batteries, or are they going to have less and less batteries? Noah? They're going to have more and more. So I'm going to use multiplication here because division will give me smaller numbers. So I have to do 96 times 8. I'm going to start by multiplying the ones place. 6 times 8. What is 6 times 8? What would that be? Jadine, what is 6 times 8? 48. Okay, I can't put all of 48 down here, but I can put an 8 and carry over my 4. Now I'm going to multiply the tens place. 8 times 9. What is 8? 9. Kylie? $72. Very good. I like that you double checked yourself with the song too. 72, but I can't forget, Kylie. I also carried over a 4. So what would 72 be if I had to add 4 more? $76. So this teacher has 768 batteries. She's got like a little power plant going on. Now this problem didn't have an A, B, C, D answer choice. This one has a grid for me to put my answers in. The grid has a decimal on it. My number does not have a decimal. Because the number doesn't have a decimal, I'm not going to use any of the place values after my decimal. I'm only going to use the place values in front of it. The good thing is I have 3 numbers. I have 3 place values, so I know where they all go. Once I put in the numbers on top, all I have to do is shade in the bubbles underneath so that they match. Oh, whoops, hold on, I mixed those up. So the 7 goes under the 7, the 6 goes under the 6, 8 goes under the 8. So make sure that when you color in the bubble, when you shade in the bubble, it matches the number on top. Since I didn't use any of my decimal place values, I don't have to write anything, not even zeros. I can just leave those blank. 17. Jency is studying a list of words for the school spelling bee. She has learned 154 words in 3 days. On the first day, she learned 58 words. On the second and third day, she learned the same number of words. Which diagram shows a way to find W, number of words Jency learned on her 3rd day? Here's my question mark. Here is my question word. Which diagram shows a way to find W, the number of words Jency learned on the 3rd day? They want me not to figure out the answer for them, but to find a diagram, a picture. The picture needs to show the number of words that she learned on the 3rd day. Okay, really quick before I do anything else. Whenever I see a problem like this, where they want a diagram, the first thing I do is I check the sides. If I ever see a diagram with the line or the number on the sides, I know it's wrong. The numbers might be on top, they might be on the bottom, they might be inside the boxes, but they will never be on the sides. So if you ever see an answer choice with numbers on the sides of these boxes, you know it's wrong automatically without doing any extra work. Unfortunately here, they're being a little more tricky than that, so I can't get rid of any answer choices just yet. I have to look and see what Jency is doing with her studying. Jency is studying a list of words for the school spelling bee. She learned 154 words in 3 days. So I know that as she's studying, she took 3 days. Day 1, day 2, day 3. So I would first make sure that all of my answer choices have 3 boxes. If they don't have 3 boxes, I'd get rid of them. But again, they're being trickier than that. All of them have 3 boxes. What I do know is that if I combined all of my days together, she learned 154 words. So if I count day 1, 2, and 3 all together, I should get 154. So the number 154 should not be in any of my boxes. It should be either on the top or the bottom. Answer choice A has 154 inside the boxes. That's not where it should go. 154 is my total, not just for one day. B has 154 inside some of the boxes. But either way, 154 should not be inside any of my boxes. It should be either on the top or on the bottom because it's the total. Answer choice C has 154 and they put it on the bottom. Answer choice D has 154. They put it on the bottom. So these two are okay so far. On the first day, she learned 58 words. First day, she learned 58 words. So that means in the first box, I should put 58. I'm going to look at my answer choices again. The first box needs to have a 58 in it. There's a 58 in the first box. There is not a 58 in the first box. So the only one that would match would be answer choice C. 154 is in the right place. They have the right number of boxes, and the number 58 is in the right place. The list shows the amount of money Nick has saved from his paycheck in the last 3 months. He saved $533 the first month. He saved $478 the second month. He saved $400. Oops, almost gave him extra money. He saved $425 the third month. Nick wants to save a total of $1,500 to buy a new laptop computer. So Nick sounds like what we were talking about in our writing this morning in our question. He wants to get a computer as well. What amount does Nick still need to save? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles. Be sure to use the correct place value. Okay, here's my question mark. And if I go backwards, there's my question word. What? What amount does Nick still need to save? So they're looking for an amount, a certain amount of money. Does he still need? So they're telling us Nick hasn't finished yet. He can't really buy his computer yet. He doesn't have the money. He still needs to save, and they want to know how much more money is he going to need to save. I know that so far he saved up $533 and $478 and $425. I know that the thing he wants is $1,500. So now I've got to see how much money does he have, and then I can figure out how much money he still needs. So let's start off by figuring out how much money he's already saved, because he's done a pretty good job so far. How could I take all the money he's saved so far and put it together? What operation would let me do that? Take all of his money and combine it. Jada? What operation will let me combine all of his money together? Okay, hang on just a second. Addition, exactly. I could add up all of his money to see how much he already has. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to start from the top. $533. And then he went and saved $478 more. So let's start by adding those two together. Whenever they give me a lot of numbers to add, I never want to try to add them all together at once. Whenever you start trying to add 3 or 4 or 5 numbers, then you start leaving yourself in a position where you can make a lot of mistakes. If you're just adding 2 numbers at a time, it's a lot simpler and a lot harder for you to make mistakes. Let's start right here in the ones place. 3 plus 8. What is 3 plus 8? Kylie? 11. Okay, I can't write all of 11 down here, but I can write 1 and carry over. Then I have 3 plus 7. What is 3 plus 7? Bailey, what's 3 plus 7? Okay, 10 plus an extra 1, Bailey, makes it what? 11. 11 again. I'm going to put a 1 and carry another 1. 5 plus 4. What is 5 plus 4? Chase? 9. But I also carried over a 1, Chase. So what's 9 plus 1? 10. So I put a 0 down and I carry over a 1. $1,011. Okay, well, that's a good amount of money, but that's not all he saved. That was just the first and the second month, this number and this number. There was still a whole extra month that he was saving for. So let's add that next month. Plus 425. What's 1 plus 5? Kylie, what's 1 plus 5? 6. What's 1 plus 2? Noah? 3. What's 0 plus 4? Christopher? 4. And 1 plus nothing means it stays 1. So look at all the money he's got. $1,436. He's really, really close. But he can't buy his laptop yet. He still needs a little more. So let's figure out, how could I figure out how much money he still needs to save? Kylie, what could I do to find the difference between the amount of money he needs and the amount of money he has? You can subtract, and that will tell me how much money he still needs. So let's subtract 1,500 minus 1,436. And we'll see just how close he is. 0 minus 6. I can't do 0 minus 6. So what can I do? Violet? Okay. So if I go to the next number, it's a 0. I don't think I can borrow from a 0. I go to the hundreds place. If I borrow from the hundreds, the 5 will be a 4. And this 0, the one next to it, turns into a 10. Now I can borrow from it. 10 turns into a 9. The last 10 turns into, the last 0 turns into a 10. What's 10 minus 6, Violet? Mm-hmm. 4. Okay. Now 9 minus 3. What's 9 minus 3? Kylie? 6. 4 minus 4. What's 4 minus 4? Jadine? 4 minus 4 is 1? 0. And 1 minus 1. What is 1 minus 1? Chase? What would I get, Chase? 1 minus 1. Oh, Chase is getting water. Brianna, what would I get? 1 minus 1. 0. So all he needs left, the only thing he needs to save, is $64. Again, I don't have an A, B, C, D here. I have a grid. My answer does not have a decimal, so I'm not going to use any place values after the decimal. I only have 2 digits, so I'm only going to use the 2 place values closest to the decimal. 6, 4. 6 in the tens place, 4 in the ones place. If you ever have something like this where you only have, in my case, 2 digits, but you have 3 spaces, use the ones closest to that decimal. Don't put your answer over here. If I put my 6 and my 4 over here, the number I actually have is 640, which is a very, very, very different number. Then I'm going to shade in bubbles so they match. 64. But he's very close to getting his laptop.